We'll have these future discussions later. You guys listening to this
Super
podcast.
Nuked Godzilla.
Gosh darn it! Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's KWCC. I am your host, Kaiju X, and with me today, I have GVR, Joe Mama, Alex, and Nagoda. And today, we'll be going over the first match in the lineup. Baggin versus King Ghidorah Legendary.
We're just going straight into it?
Yes, we're going straight into it. We've spent like 25 minutes bullshitting. So, but yeah, friggin', my god, we'll do it.
Go right into it.
Yeah, go right into it. GVR, what did you think about this match you wrote?
I think it sucks.
You dare be insulting when the writers are in the same room? Hell, all three people involved with this one are in the same room.
What do you mean, Joe, who, looked at the match and then went, that's it, I'm quitting the KWC?
Good. But yeah. Oh, shit. But yeah, friggin', no. Ghost Bear, what? Gosh darn it. Alright, Ghost Bear Gears, what'd you think of the match? We don't need GVR's opinion.
Yeah, he sucks. You guys ever thought about converting to Christ?
Oh, be careful when you say that, man. I will spit out my water. What? Really? Oh my gosh.
So you guys want to talk about the new match, Wild Hogs?
Oh yeah, that was
starring
good.
John Travolta, Tim Allen, William H. Macy, and Black Guy.
Last I checked, I don't think any of those guys are in match 313. So, GVR, what'd you think?
Okay. Why are you... Aren't you usually, the first one to talk about the matches? Why are you just like, hey, JVR, you go first?
I'm going to say GVR, you
didn't
go
read
first,
it?
because you.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Damn. I didn't read it. Co-writer.
Okay, I guess I need to talk about the match now. I am very proud of it.
Good.
Yeah, I am super proud of this one. Just,
You didn't sound
Yeah.
proud.
Well, I'm trying to collect my thoughts, you brain dead.
Go on. Say the rest.
Monkey. The chimpanzee could beat you in an
intelligent fight that GVR is currently struggling with.
He's a chimp.
I think he is.
Okay, but yeah, no, this match was gosh darn it, Harley.
Oh no.
Messaging me 100 things. Okay.
Here, we'll give you a minute to collect your thoughts. Kaiju X, what'd you think?
No, shut up. The survey last year, there was a thing of request a match, and it might win, and this one was the one that won. So Greyshot basically made it be written by the staff, by someone on the staff, and it traded hands with a bunch of writers, and eventually just ended up being Nagoda by himself. And then it was getting way too close because of a certain change in schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So Nagoda didn't think he'd be able to complete it in time, so Kaiju just went, hey, GVR, you want to help Nagoda with this? And I went, sure.
And I think... yeah. And I think literally you told me the moment that was you came in and helped fleshed out some of his parts, Nagoda pretty much just took off like a speeding rocket from there.
Hello?
Hey, Nagoda.
Yeah, Nagoda was he was writing it very slowly, but then just I guess, I don't know, something about whenever Yeah, like Nagoda said that he was struggling to write it, but then like as soon as I started helping him with it, he just like went off.
He went beast mode.
Yeah,
Wait, what are we talking about?
Match
that's 313.
313. We're
Oh,
actually talking
yeah.
about the matches now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's perfect about this now? Like it was perfect. Is the Sephiroth Smash trailer came out,
Oh yeah.
and I did an Omni Slash with Baggin.
Damn.
Yeah, I was just talking about like how my brain is at half capacity and I don't know why. But yeah, like there's not really a lot to talk about with like the actual writing process of the match that Nagoda can't go over because I just sort of like came in and helped. The only thing I can really say is that like I am super proud of writing all of the human stuff. And the first fight between Ghidorah and Bagan, like Ghidorah's entrance to Haima's death is pretty much where I stepped in and wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, a bit before that. Like when Legendary Godzilla started to turn around and walk away, that was when I came in and started writing all the way up to Haima's death.
I don't know how to pronounce that name. I just looked up Baggin related names and chose one that looked nice.
Okay, yeah.
Plus, apparently, it means like roots, something like that. I wanted to try linking it up with similar meaning to what's his name, Yamane's name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, so
You should
almost
have
like
picked Jesus as a name.
Also, the fact that I said Haima's death pretty much means that I'm not caring about spoilers with this conversation. So I'll just say, like, the original plan was that Nagoda came up with was Haima to be like secretly sadistic, but then like I just sort of ignored that completely.
It worked better out of it.
Damn.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Like I wanted to make sure that Haima's death and Bagan's reaction to it was very tragic.
Mhm.
So I did it how I did it.
Yeah, and I think that that works ultimately for the better because this is a story where Bagan, in a way, even though Ghidorah wins, this is ultimately something of a story of Bagan's fall from grace and becoming the cruel, wicked one. It's like falling into bad habits in a sense.
Like I made allusion that like in the ancient past he was like this great destroyer, like how Godzilla brings balance. Bagan's there to make sure like things like stay as in balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like Godzilla's like the nice guy, Bagan's the like the bad cop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh lordy, what are you laughing at now?
When Nagoda said nice guy, I'm just imagining the Patrick meme of him wearing the fedora and having the body pillow and the and it says, when you're a nice guy to women and they don't suck your dick, and then it has him say, the nerve of some people.
What the frick?
I gotta find a picture so you could add that for context.
Dig blast it.
Yeah.
Add that in the KWCC.
Blast it.
Yeah, Nagoda, you're pretty much saying like you envisioned Bagan as Beerus here.
I mean, if you look at that flashback, he basically is.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's a good character template to kind of borrow from, but yeah, no.
Yeah, like I went back at one point and like wrote in that scene of like Haima talking to Bagan and like having the flashback of him saving her from the skull crawler because I wanted to like make it very clear their connection and deepen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that when I stabbed the viewer with her death, it really hurt.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, totally. And like even even I have a funny story to tell about this one from behind the scenes perspective. Before like, did you have anything else to add, GVR or?
Not really. Actually, one more quick thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
The banner looks glorious.
Thank you. I think the banner was like one of the first things made.
The banner was the first thing done.
Yeah, the first thing done
Mm-hmm.
because the only thing we had certain were the combatants and the location. That was it.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, since I like became a part of staff like after this whole thing started. Like,
Yes.
the way I understand it is, it was originally going to be Birdman writing it,
Yes.
and then
Joe, I think.
yeah. Well, then Joe came along.
Yeah, I was gonna.
And
But
then
then
Greyshot
Joe-
pitched an
gonna
idea
help.
too.
Let me speak. I'm sorry.
Just remember to add that for context.
But yeah, it was gonna be Birdman. Then Joe came along to help out with it. Then Joe left. Then Birdman left. At some point, Greyshot came in and gave a pitch that was called Cheesy. Then Nagoda picked it up and was just sort of left with it for most of the year
Yep.
I got lazy.
because it was going to be released at the 31st of December. It was going to be released at the end of December as the very last match of the year.
Yes.
But then the Attack on Titan month got switched around because that was going to be
Because what's it called? The Attack on Titan final season came out December, so
It's
Yeah.
November, which was the original projection date.
Yeah, so basically and then I picked up a month or so before the match was scheduled to be released, and then just me and Nagoda very quickly did it. Yeah, that's it. This rambling stupidity is done. You may now have actual thoughts that aren't stupid.
Right. All right. No, that's fair.
Oh, right, screw you.
No, Joe, what'd you think of it?
Oh, I didn't read it.
Good man.
It seems good though.
All right.
It sounds really good.
But yeah, Alex, what'd you think of it?
It could have used some more Jesus.
All the KWC could have used more Jesus, man. I'll tell you what. Anyway.
That's what I think of you too.
Well, good. We don't care.
Well, GVR, if it makes you feel better, you probably did a better job than I would have.
Oh.
But
Well,
no,
thank you.
I really liked it. I thought both Nagoda and GVR did a really good job. GVR did a great job with the characters. I really liked. I feel like I'm going to butcher that name. Haima?
Just say either one. It does not matter.
we don't
Good.
know how it's pronounced.
Uma?
We're Americans. We don't know how to pronounce things. It's fine.
Hyman?
Heimlich?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the one quote that I really liked. There was one quote I liked after Haima gets stabbed. I think it's I forget what he says. I think it's it's a quote I liked, but I can't remember the exact wording.
Yeah, I
Says,
know what it is.
I don't care. I'm part of the crowd or something.
Oh yeah, that was GVR.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I'm just following the crowd. I just happen to be the one with a weapon. I love that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
I love
yeah.
that line.
Ooh.
Yeah, because for context, Haima basically just yelled "Why are you doing this?"
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the favorite part of the match. Just shows how fast people can turn on each other and how people are willing to follow each other just to cause more chaos. I love that.
Indeed.
Yeah, that was really good. Obviously, I know Nagoda wrote the beginning because he mentioned ODM gear.
Yeah.
So, okay, Nagoda definitely wrote this. But no, I think you guys did a fantastic job with this match.
Mm-hmm.
Why, thank you.
I think I only wrote in the ODM gear because I was reading Aftershock during that part when I was writing.
Right. I think you had brought up to me, it's like, hey, can I have ODM gear here, please? And I was like, sure, I think. I can't remember.
Nagoda, is this the start of another series?
I think it is.
I mean, I kind of just included it into one of my other series. So now I have to figure out how Baggins gonna fight the Yogg trio.
Oh, that's great.
We established Bagan as this DBZ character that slaughtered Monster Ghidorah the moment his full power comes out. Now you're just like, how do I have him fight the Yogg trio?
Oh, lordy. But yeah, freaking, good grief. But yeah, no, I have to go off and say I have full celebratory praise for this one. Mike, let me put it this way. I could not tell who was doing. Like, granted, there are some obvious characteristics. Like, say, I figured the beginning I knew was Nagoda because it's like I had already, I had read that portion of it a good while ago. So it's like I already knew that was him. from the flashback from the 25,000 years ago point onward, I actually couldn't really tell who wrote what. Like this, like when a lot of when the fighting starts after Aheima's death was like, ooh, this is really good. I guess GVR must have helped with this. And then I was shocked to learn that was Nagoda. I was like, what?
Yeah, the moment dialogue comes in 25,000 years ago, that is GVR.
Yeah. Right, I was shocked. Out of my mind. That like
yeah, like the moment speaking starts in the 25,000 years ago, that's me, all the way up to the part where the crowd starts stomping on Haima.
Yeah, right. Everything from everyone stomping on Haima to like the big fight between Godzilla and Bag and Ghidorah. I'm sorry, Bag and Ghidorah ensues. Is wow. No, Nagoda, you've really come a long way. Because my goodness, that was
This is a lot better than 300.
Yes,
You
no,
were
absolutely
always great.
Yeah, no, you have improved tremendously, man. You have improved tremendously, and I really got sucked into it. Particularly, I think what stood out, like the one point I loved from this was the point where, oh gosh, there's so many good moments. Freaking the point where Ghidorah uses his lightning to destroy the freaking Diamond Storm. God, that was sick.
I mean, I had to include that because you did that in the banner.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to make sure it's like someone better do this because this is too good. And then you did it. It's like hell yeah! oh man, freaking A! It's nuts. And then likewise, freaking just this is all around really promising. The monsters are depicted faithfully, without feeling like neither of them felt nerfed. Neither of them felt like this was an uneven fight. It really did feel, even when Baggin went like full power, Ghidorah's victory felt earned. And I have no qualms with
You don't understand how many he's we had to change to they.
Yeah, because that was an issue that came up on Nagoda's end. Was he kept putting he for Ghidorah?
right. Well, we've established that legendary Ghidorah is more of a they.
Like, I don't have an issue with using he to describe legendary Ghidorah. It's just like I kept using they in my sections. So
right.
This needs to be consistent.
Right. Keep it consistent. Yeah. No, I got you, man.
Son, I love you, and we talked about this plenty of times, but you gotta respect people's pronouns.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, no, like, all right, you guys did a terrific job with this. I'm glad I had GVR. I think I had asked GVR more or less that was like, hey, could you help Nagoda with this? It seems like he just needs some help. And I was like, yeah, no, apparently that was a good decision to make, because good lord,
have been done without him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, my favorite part of the fight is definitely, like, overall, my favorite part is absolutely the Omni Slash. Bagan's level 3 ultimate.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I asked Kaiju X about that.
Right, because it was like a simple combination of his body strike with his freaking flight ability. I was like, oh, yeah? How could I not?
Yeah, the favorite part of the fight that I wrote would be the part where King Ghidorah basically like knocks Bagan onto the ground, grabs him by the head, and drags him through the kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, freaking A. Oh no, that's great. Yes.
Because I wanted to just emphasize how sadistic Ghidorah is, so he's just ripping through the kingdom with Bagan's own body.
Yeah. Oh, but he's strong enough to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's strong enough to drag Godzilla up into like the upper atmosphere area and then drop him, you know he's gonna be strong enough to just drag around Bagan.
Pretty much drag around Bagan like how the Muto dragged around Godzilla, something like that. Oh man! Actually, one of my favorite bits, and this is also like I'll get into the little behind the scenes shenanigans with this one in a bit. Was laughter, describing like the cackling noise in the storm. God,
I am super proud of Ghidorah's entrance.
Yes, no, that was super good. So a little bit behind the scenes on my end. My brother had taken over TK for a couple of days to do some updates. And I think in a lot of ways, like there was a lot of Super Godzilla related updates that came out that week because it was like either stuff he had planned or stuff that had finally finished up and he was about to post it. So it's like along comes this KWC featuring Baggin, and he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna update until I read this freaking match. And he did in one sitting and absolutely loved it. So,
yeah, no, I saw his post on the forums and I was so humbled.
Right. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. It was so funny, though. So it's like he was not going to update the site properly until he had read that thing. I was like, first time I had ever seen him do that with a KWC, and it was really, really nice. Especially with this one. I think it's well deserving. So, yeah, no, all around, just fantastic work for you guys. Just, Like he was not salty at all. He had felt everything was super deserving of how it happened. It was a unique and fun interpretation.
Yeah, because like King Ghidorah won, but not through like overpowering Bagan. It was through luck.
Yeah.
And intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is just like the moment Bagan goes full power, King Ghidorah is able to keep up, but it's clear he's at the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember one thing I did was, like, I went through all of Bagan's abilities multiple times, and then I decided, let's just use, like, only, like, a couple for holding back.
Yeah.
So that way, when I get to when he unleashes everything, I can just go crazy with it.
Yes. Yeah, a proper way to build up. Yeah, proper way to build all that up. Absolutely. So, yeah, no, all around, yeah, no, you guys did a phenomenal job with the match, and I'm still, like, really proud of the banner. Like, granted, I think I had one little criticism of, like, not covering up the joints, but I don't feel like they're that obtrusive here, personally. If you guys don't think so, then, whatever, but friggin', yeah.
No, the match sucks now.
Damn. But yeah, friggin', yeah, no, you guys did a fantastic job with this. Yeah, no.
Plus, finally, we have a Baggin match set in Baggin.
Yes, finally. So, yeah, there's that.
And a match where he's not an edgelord.
Yes! He's like more of an actual character here, has a connection with people, and then he loses them. So it's like, yeah, no, there's actual more meat to his character here. And, you know, he loses fair and square in a way. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but he isn't nerfed in the process.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, hell
like,
yeah.
we, me and Nagoda, or Nagoda and me, however you want to say it, we wrote a match where Bagan got to be uber powerful, but also wasn't generic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We gave him character. That's something that rarely happens.
We didn't just make him Kaiju Broly.
Yes.
We made him super Broly.
Yeah,
Not
that's
normal
exactly what I
Broly.
was thinking.
But yeah. And, yeah, no, I give my thoughts on
I just realized we did.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking as I was writing this. Like, yeah, we didn't make him Broly. Wait, we made him Broly, actually, in the other way.
Yeah, the other Broly, yeah. But yeah, friggin', I've given my songs and praises. My gosh, I'm gonna reread this one like many times in the future. I'll tell you that right now. Nagoda, what do you have to say for 313 / like your thoughts on it and sort of the history elements we haven't already gotten over, if anything?
It passed through so many people. Greyshot like gave an idea first, and then I think Birdman came after that, and then we just gave it to Birdman to work through it, and then like a lot of people just went in and started throwing in ideas, and then eventually it got passed to me, and I decided I'm just gonna take pieces of both of their ideas and just throw it into another one of my series, because why not?
Yeah.
It could work like that.
Yeah,
and then like because I threw it into my throwing like kaiju researchers into like the MonsterVerse timeline. For this one, it's Yamane. For the Yog trio, it's the what's it, that Yog guy, because they have a scientist in that movie too. So that worked out for me.
Oh yeah.
So after that, like I started writing, and then I stopped because I couldn't figure out what to do. Like I kept trying to do the temple scene, but I couldn't get past the big hole in the ground for the longest time. And then eventually I just decided, just write, see what happens, and then you threw in GVR because that was like months of me trying to figure out how to write this thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed very little progress being made. I knew you wanted a longer match with this one because that was like one of your like requirements for this match. It was like it has to be a longer match, over 10,000 words at least.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's like I was half tempted to join in the writing front, but at the same time, it was like the moment Nagoda said, "I want this to be super long." I'm like, "No, thank you." I just kind of want to do a super basic match. But in a way, I'm glad it was handled to you in GVR because my goodness, you guys produced something beautiful from it.
Yeah, you want a long match? You come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope whoever made that request on the survey's happy.
Oh hell yeah! No, I think you, without a doubt. Man, this is going to be difficult. This is in earnest going to be very difficult because we're gonna have so many. We have so many good matches this year. Oh
yeah, the awards will be interesting.
Yes, the awards will be very interesting. So we'll see how that goes.
Yo, Kaiju X.
What's up?
You and me gonna take all the awards.
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
No, you won't. No, you won't.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
GBR, if your guys' match wins, I'm gonna break only your award.
No, what's gonna happen is Joe's match is gonna win. You know, the one that he doesn't want to win.
Yeah, Joe's is gonna win.
Yeah, the shitty one.
How did Shin versus Maguma win?
Oh Lord!
If that wins, we needed to just dissolve the KWC. It's a deep failure at this point.
We just dissolved the survey concept.
No, you see, that's the prelude to Ultra Instinct Maguma from what's called that Black Moth versus what's his name?
Black Moth.
Maguma.
Don't worry, kids. That'll make sense in the future.
Yeah.
Oh Lordy!
How did match 88 win? It wasn't even part of the awards.
It is now.
Alex says, deviously smiling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, freaking.
Or Ultra answer. How did every match by Nagoda win?
Oh, that's pretty dumb. But yeah, freaking.
But the one solo match Nagoda has, he hates.
Damn.
Oh gosh. But yeah, freaking. This will be very, very interesting to see where the results go. With that said, do we have any more thoughts to say on 313?
My favorite part of this, like writing this thing, was the like unleashing his full power.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a lot of fun. Like limiting yourself for like most of the thing is like interesting, but once you finally like let loose, you can just go as creative as you want with it.
Right. Provided the monster in question has alternate powers to use.
Because I didn't even know he had like limited super speed burst things like in his body strikes.
Right.
Until I looked at his bio and saw that, I was like, oh. So wait, and then I had to go check Kaiju X's playthrough to see what it looked like.
Yep.
And it's literally just like a really fast tackle.
Yep.
So I thought maybe I can use this. And so like once his thing came back, like I just had him like speeding towards and just knocking Ghidorah around everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure.
Because being hit really fast with something that heavy and armored, you're going to be sent flying.
Bagan weighs 280,000 tons.
Yes. And King Ghidorah...
He is the heaviest monster on the roster.
Yes.
And the fact that he's able to move fast enough... And the fact that Bagan is able to move fast enough to leave after images. means that his tackle should be just like shattering most monsters.
No, maybe not necessarily after images, but the fact that he's just able to go from here to here in like in the span.
Well, yeah, not after images, but just like
go from 0 to 100 in like 5 seconds.
A second, yeah. Right. So yeah, and King Ghidorah.
That's at least a broken arm or a broken rib or something.
Right. And it's crazy to think that this Ghidorah is like half his weight. Oh, it's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah. King Ghidorah is 141,000 tons.
Ah.
Yeah, like there's a reason that in the initial part of the fight, like Ghidorah is not like hurling Bagan around until he gets super pissed off.
Yeah.
Like Bagan is clearly the heavier, bulkier of the two, and so King Ghidorah is the smaller one in that situation for once in his life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
By the way, I love how like that one day we were all just discussing like, oh, like King Ghidorah always aims for the dick, and then GVR says, "I know where to add that now." And it's in there.
Yeah, no, because here's like we were talking about like Ghidorah shooting people in the dick, and then I said someone needs to do that with Monsterverse or Grand, because those two like actually have gravity beams that pack a punch. And then Nagoda just goes, "JVR, you know what to do," and then I go, "I know exactly what to do."
I know exactly what to do. That's great.
This thing was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was hard, but it was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
So that's why there's a scene in the match of Ghidorah obliterating Bagan's groin. Because it was just like, okay, I know that Bagan needs to be hurt badly enough to be like incapacitated for Ghidorah to drain him. I need to have Bagan be shot in the dick. These two can go together.
Right. The stray idea of Bagan getting hit in the dick is like, yeah, we could do this. We could do this. Oh, man. No, good stuff. Great stuff.
That
guys.
should have been the banner. You should have remade the banner with that.
I should have had the alternate banner where Ghidorah is shooting Bagan in the dick. That would have been great. You see bits and pieces of it flying everywhere. Anyway. But yeah, I think we've given our thoughts and praises for 313. My gosh. Yeah, no, I do not think that could be sung enough.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll win like match of the year, but if there was a most metal match of the year award, I think it would win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I can agree to that. I can
I think it's a strong contender.
Very strong contender. Absolutely.
Not to like pat myself on the back, but I think it will be at least in like the top 3.
Yeah, that I can see.
Joe putting the vomiting emoji for his match.
Oh, Lordy. But yeah, friggin', my goodness. But yeah, with that said, we'll be migrating on over to match 314. Mechagodzilla Heisei versus Hedorah Showa versus Gigan Millennium by Joseph Steiner Jr. and banner by Matthew Williams. Well, it's certainly a contrast to the previous match, isn't it? But I do, like I said, Joe, like, if you guys haven't, or if it clearly hasn't been evident from the way we've been talking about it passively over the course of this podcast, Joe is not huge on this one. I partly don't blame him, but at the same time, I don't know what happened behind the scenes for this one. I thought I had edited this one. Then I looked back at it, I was like, wait, I don't remember this. I'm actually curious if I accidentally sent the wrong version. I don't think I did.
Well, Kaiju, didn't you say that it uploaded like while you were editing it?
Well, yeah. Like I was.
Yeah.
But I'm meaning when I sent it to Greyshot, I had already edited it, so I wasn't. So again, I am just as confused and baffled as you guys are. That's like. That was like.
Here, this basically sums up everyone's thinking.
That's not what one.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, no, it's like, all things considered, I do not consider it to be that bad. It's like, it's certainly not perfect. The worst the worst it can be is generic. But even so, I think being generic is better than being bad. To a degree. It's not boringly generic. It's just sort of like, if you're just looking for a fight, you got what you're looking for. It fulfills the basic need of that. It's like, it's certainly not perfect. There were definitely even like, but when it uploaded, there were some errors, including a wrong banner artist that was credited. I was like, uh-oh, that ain't good. It also didn't help that I was hoping to have more time re-editing this one, I should say. But I completely forgot that the KWCs were on like a lock, like a timer lock, like it would be unlocked after a certain point. And, that happened. I was like, shit. It was like, once I started reading the comments in the Discord, I was like, shit. So I just tidied up what I could real quick, God.
Yeah, I was roasting the hell out of this match.
Yeah, I know. Joe completely...
Not because I hated it, just because, it was a Joe match, and I know he's cool with it.
Yeah.
I just found it funny.
Yeah, no, Joe completely endorsed the roast, so it was like, even now, I think he'll continue to endorse the roast. Even so, like, literally, Joe's like, I hate this match, and the rest of us are like, oh, hey, that's really cool. This match is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. There was a little bit of areas that needed to be worked, some areas that needed to be worked up. Fortunately, I think I was able to at least get a good, clearly from Ditto's comment, I guess I got a good portion of it, so I was like, alright.
In other words, everyone vote for this one.
But all around, this is.
If you vote for this one, If you vote for this one in the awards, I'm gonna go to your house and punch you in the dick.
And that way we can finally meet in person, Joe.
Yeah.
Alex, if Joe tries to punch Nagoda in the dick, what will you do?
Oh, that's a tough one. Do I fight? Do I protect my son, or do I let him hit my son?
Don't worry, Nagoda loves getting hit. He's fine with it.
Oh my.
Anyway.
Well, no, Alex, you say you need to protect your son. I think you're going to need to protect Joe.
Yeah. That is true. That is very true. But yeah, no, for you.
But then again, it's uncle and nephew bonding time, so they'll sort it out.
They'll sort it out while Nagoda beats me to death with my own arm.
Or as Nagoda chases you with a chainsaw.
And Nagoda's ripping Joe's intestines out, and Alex is just watching it like, family bonding.
No, he's just gonna pass me a different thing to use.
Oh Lord!
Don't be rough.
Son, don't use that. Use this. He hands him an axe.
Don't be roughhousing too long. Dinner will be ready in 15 minutes.
I'm making spaghetti.
Spaghetti made up of Joe's intestines. Anyway, but yeah, no, the match itself, I guess I kind of took over, didn't I? But whatever.
How dare you be the host of this podcast?
How dare I? Second in command and host this podcast. What? And this is what I get? But yeah,
where's Greyshot? What's his opinions?
Oh Lord. But anyway, no, this is a fairly solid, fine, average match. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, aside from the fact that it's just a little simplistic. Even if the ending, which ends with Gigan getting something of a one-shot kill on Super Mechagodzilla, is even if we've seen that before, it's not bad. I don't think we've had it in a hot minute, so all things considered, I think it's all right. But yeah, no, it's just a super simple, basic match. And there should be nothing wrong with that. The fact that it's here and wasn't turned back, I guess should be a good sign. Joe said no, but
yeah, I knew Mechagodzilla Heisei wasn't winning. Like, he killed Adora, and I was like, no, he's not winning this.
Actually,
Joe's writing it.
One of the things I legitimately liked about this match was that it was a true three-way. Actually,
what'd you say?
What?
One of the few things I legitimately liked about this match, that it's a true three-way. Like,
Oh yeah.
like the fact that
Oh my.
like Hedera and Geigen did look and were like, huh, should we team up? Nah.
No.
I like that. That was a nice. Because usually with three ways, it's almost always two gang up on one and the other two fight to the death. But it's nice to have an actual match where all three of them are actively kind of like bouncing off each other in a way. That, I think, is
It's an actual free-for-all.
Yeah.
yes. And that is easily this match's strongest strength, is that element. And I'd say you did a good job with that one, man. So.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe. You made a three-way fight an actual free-for-all instead of just...
Spit it out, GVR. Say something good about this piece of shit.
I'll say something good about you. You're a good friend.
Well, thank you. You are too.
Aw, thanks. But yeah, no, I thought this match was okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I guess going for the top, but the GVR just gave his thoughts right there, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's my turn now. Stop talking. I have the talking stick, you racist. Yeah, no, like, it was fine. I don't really have, like, anything of particular note to say, but just, like, it was solid action. A bit awkward at the beginning, but, like, once the fighting started, it settled out. I like the banner. Looks real good.
Banner's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and atmospheric. Even though I take issue with Heisei Mechagodzilla blocking any sort of physical attack.
You know what? It's nice to have him be like, it's like, let him have fun, please.
Actually,
Veron could beat Heisei Mechagodzilla in a melee.
Probably. That brings something up. Is Garuda technically count as like part of Mechagodzilla?
No.
Kind of like how Mogera has like can split into two things,
No.
or is it just
Garuda's far more of an assist.
okay? So Garuda can't cinch the win for him. Gotcha.
Right.
Unless he's
Damn.
attached to his back.
Right.
I just thought of something. So if say Mechagodzilla's head got blown up, and it's just the Garuda pilot winning the fight for him on Mechagodzilla, would that still count as a win?
Gosh darn it! I guess. Fine, you have it. I mean,
I technically suggested that to Kaiju X, just in the frame of joke. It's just saying, the Garuda is basically saying, hey, can I get the final kill on this one?
Oh, yeah, that's right!
Mechagodzilla says, you have to be on my back to do it. Okay, thanks, homie. Jumps on his back and shoots him.
Oh, great. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be a way to do it. Like, so long as far as I'm concerned, the moment Garuda joins Mechagodzilla, it's Super Mechagodzilla, so it's like, if Garuda decides to say, hey, can I get this last shot in? Sure. Just be on my back to do it. That's pretty much it. Gosh darn it.
Garuda's just a leech.
But yeah, freaking.
But what if Garuda attaches to Kiryu's back?
Hey! Anyway.
Super Godzilla is like a school shooter. He has a backpack that's has guns on it.
Oh my
Does it mean Super Mechagodzilla?
Yeah, whatever its name is.
Big bastard. Well, anyway, GVR, did you have anything else to add on, or?
Your mother.
Okay, Joe, what did you think? What do you have to say about this match?
Well, I would say I want to kill myself for making this match, but that's insulting to death. I'm really unhappy with this one. I don't remember it being this bad. I remember it being a lot more fun when I was writing it.
Mm-hmm.
But reading through it after writing it,
Yeah.
After a while of reading it again, like the flaws just came in like it came in like a gunshot.
Yeah. No, I think the important part, in a way, it's a blessing and a curse that you're able to register what you feel like you need to improve on. That in of itself is not a bad thing, not at all. The fact that you looked at your older match that you clearly enjoyed writing and be like, I could have improved upon this, and it's like, yeah, no, absolutely, that's a good thing to have to improve yourself, because that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And I think in a way it's understandable that you're a little harder on yourself with this one, but at the same time, there are those just those times where it's like, you can just you can afford to let it be, let it go in a sense, or it's like, what's done is done, and unless it came back to you saying it's not good enough, it was like, yeah, no, I think this one's certainly fine, and it has its strengths, it has its weaknesses, and I know while most of the weaknesses may have already been remedied due to post-match editing, I still think this is an all-round match, but the important part to learn from all this is the fact that you're able to register the faults in your own writing is a good step that's like you want to improve. You just have to figure out how to do it. And most of that just comes with more writing, like it or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's just Kaiju X's writing tip of the day.
Kaiju X philosophy for the day.
Yes. So, but did you have anything else to add? Just like, what was the inspiration for the match? What was just sort of like, what was the intention?
When I got the idea for the match, I was doing As All Terrible Things Begin with. I was playing Godzilla for the PS4. And I was at this part where you can fight two monsters at once, and I thought, I wanna do a match like that. And I thought of all the monsters in the game, and I put them together. So I put Hedorah, Gigan, and Mechagodzilla together, and I just went from there.
Oh no, that's actually surprisingly wholesome, actually.
Yeah, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
And I mostly had a few moments I wanted to do, like how Hedorah dies.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of proud of that.
Hey, there you go.
I like how I did that. I think the visual of it is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was thinking about this match one day, I thought it could have also been Showa Gigan and Showa Mechagodzilla, because it would be kind of the final few monsters that Godzilla fought in the Showa era.
Right, the 70s monsters in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And the ones that gave him the hardest time.
That would have been fun too. Maybe that could be a match for another time.
Yeah, maybe I'll remake this match with that idea.
That certainly sounds fun. Mechagodzilla Showa versus Hedorah versus Gigan. Wouldn't be round 2 because it's Showa Mechagodzilla, so. But
yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, I dig that. And you know what? You've learned from your mistakes too. You could do better.
Yeah, boy.
There you go. That's the spirit. So
it's the exact same as this match, but he just took out the Jurassic Park reference.
No, it'll be a different Jurassic Park reference.
It'll be a reference to the Lost
Uh,
World.
No, it'll be one of the simians or the Space Hunter Nebula M says, "Hold on to your butts."
Fair enough. But yeah. Did you have anything else to add, man, or you think you're good?
I'm kind of proud of giving Gigan the win.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was sudden, but I wanted to just throw a surprise.
No,
Gigan
surprises are bad.
Sudden surprises are bad. Get out of here. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and Gigan still doesn't have enough wins.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
He's like Heisei Godzilla, but in reverse.
He really is. He really is. You know.
Same with Megalon and Monster X. That whole trio.
Right.
So you're saying Geigen's gonna be on a win streak from now on, right?
No. I know. I know what Gigan needs more of. Draws.
Yeah, like Monster X, Gigan, and Megalon have just sort of formed the trio of. They have tons of matches, but also they get their crap kicked in every time.
Yep. I mean, it shows that they're used a lot. Same with Baragon. He also fits in that. Well, unless you said that.
Well, I mentioned those three just because it's like you sort of think of that as like the trio.
Yeah, the
Ghidorah,
trio.
Gigan, Megalon.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
And yeah, like they're being used, so that's better than like the Tarot Beasts.
Right. Who you think would
Or
be in that
Legion.
position.
Hey guys, when can we add another Terror Beast?
No. Anyway.
Says man who keeps
You
going.
mean
We need to
Hunter
re-add
Fire?
Spyler and Wargilgar.
Anyway.
Well, okay, in my defense, we all want that.
Yeah, actually,
Because we removed
I
it
actually
too
do.
early when we finally got knowledge of Zone Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we added the Tarot Beast too soon because
We
we thought for the longest time they were just bootleg Gigan and Megalon.
Yeah.
It's like no, they're actually
There's more
different.
to them, but even the episode doesn't go into full detail with that. It's like, you son of a...
Because Zone Fighter, the series, is a cavalcade of insanity that rushes by at breakneck pace, but also has nothing in it.
I feel like Zone Fighter in general just got screwed over in the KWC because Wargilgar, and Spyler got added when hardly anyone knew anything about it, and the people who were slightly familiar only had limited knowledge.
Yeah.
And then when we agreed to remove two of them, we finally got that knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's like they cannot catch a break.
Right. Which is unfortunate. It's very,
Half
very...
the knowledge was their deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we got to know that Zandor and Jakiro are cool.
Oh, yeah. No, they're...
Yeah,
And you can thank me for keeping Chikiro because they were considering removing him as well.
Right. Which I'm glad we didn't, because Chikiro in many ways is somewhat of like the closest thing to a regular enemy of Zone Fighter in the series. He's the closest thing.
Plus, after like finally seeing the series, I see Zandora in a new light now because he is strong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he is able to take on Godzilla and Zone Fighter at the same time.
I think
Yeah, like he's easily one of the strongest Tarot Beasts.
Yeah, without a doubt. No, his inclusion was a wise decision. Very wise.
He also had one of the best episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
The Grog used all two of their brain cells.
I think it was the best episode.
yeah,
That one and Super Jakiro was nice.
I think
Yeah.
Zandora's episodes, Super Chikiro's episodes were the best episodes in the entire series.
Super Jakiro had like higher highs, but Zandor's was like all the way through the most solid.
Right. Even Godzilla's appearance in that episode was actually well built. Like, there was actual real hints and build up to it, whereas every other he just showed up.
Was that
Also,
the one that had the training?
Yes.
No, that
No,
was
I think that was the Jeller.
that was the
yeah.
Jeller episode that had the training.
Jeller.
Oh, the Jeller episode had the training.
Also, Zandora, that episode actually had tension.
Yes.
Yes.
It absolutely did. No, that was a great episode. It's one of the few episodes that flashed vividly in my mind.
Yeah, and I don't care what anyone says. Super Chikiro was the last foe Zone Fighter fought.
Low key.
I know 4 episodes came after him, but those happened before.
You can tell because Zone Fighter doesn't have the surgical.
He doesn't have the blue bits on his gauntlets anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's the headcanon.
Yeah, after.
Are they like stickers? Do you remove them?
No. No, Super Chikiro was
After
chronologically the last episode. It's just...
Oh.
no, I'm bullshitting.
After he defeated Super Chikiro, he decided to try that life Godzilla was telling him to get.
And then he died to make
live in the mountain.
The thing with Zone Fighter is, though, like, I mentioned, like, Super Chikiro thing, like, half jokingly, half seriously. You can watch the Super Chikiro episode last, and it doesn't change anything, because you can watch all of Zone Fighter in random order and get the same experience.
I think the only one that was important is episode 1. Like, that's your first one.
Yeah, like, you need to watch episode 1 first, and you need to watch, like, the second part of the 2-parters after the first part. But otherwise, nah. Just
I
no
mean,
order.
episode 1 even feels like it's just like it could be in the middle of the series.
Almost.
Yes.
Almost.
That was my exact thoughts on episode 1. It was just like, I feel like I've been dropped in the middle of the series.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. So much of it just goes by and it's just like, ugh. Anyway, what were we talking about again? Super Chikiro retired.
Bad match.
By the way, congratulations on being the only one that has, what's it called, the razor discs actually not cut off his head or anything.
Razor
and
dicks?
actually go back into their
the razor dicks
into their compartments.
You mean he used the ability in the way that it was originally meant to be used?
Yes.
And you mean he didn't just copy the movie?
Yes, exactly.
No, I've done that like 3 times already.
That bothers the hell out of me every Gigan match where he gets decapitated in every match. It's just like, please.
Oh, yeah.
Originality.
Damn.
Hey, I didn't decapitate him in my match. I just tore off his arm and leg.
That's fine.
Damn.
It's like Goliath. Like, it's fine if he loses, but please stop just having his horn get broken every time.
Yeah.
By the way, do you think Gigan would be able to take everyone on with his scythe arms?
What?
Because those things
As long as they don't have beams.
Yeah.
What do you mean by everyone? Like, literally everyone?
Baggin, would I like to have a word with you on that? But yeah, figured,
We've already established Utsuno could grab Gigan and have him out of the Milky Way in 5 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get this train wreck back on the train track and go to Alex. What'd you think of the match?
I thought it was one of the best matches of all time because my homie wrote it.
Oh.
I will kick you out of this voice chat.
What was that, GVR?
Dig blasted. Do you have anything else to add to that, Alex, or like anything specific come to mind? Or?
No, it was just okay.
Okay.
I think Joe's being a little too hard on himself.
I definitely agree.
No, I agree with that, actually. So,
like I said, it's a fine match. Like, it's nothing like mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just like, it's serviceable.
It's serviceable, it's fine, it does its job, and you know what? It's considered of standard.
I think the mistake when it was first posted, like, the errors, I think just harmed it a little bit. Luckily, that's been fixed.
That's been fixed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not Joe's fault that his match got sandwiched between 2 pieces of Kino.
Yeah, because, it was supposed to be a different match.
It was going to be a different match, but
Yeah.
I forget.
Yes.
I actually forget the... Oh, no, that's right, because we didn't get it. That's right.
Yeah, the file got, like, lost, and the person, and, like, we weren't able to recover it in time.
Mm-hmm. So
Damn.
it'll just be saved for sometime next year. When? Who knows?
Or never.
Damn, that would suck, actually, because I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, it seems like a nice matchup that I can't say.
Right, so... But yeah.
Bagan versus Legion.
You fucker.
That's right. I already gave my thoughts. Nagoda, what'd you think of it?
Oh, he hated so much he can mute himself.
Wait, did he really? Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, no, that's right, because I think he actually has to do stuff. Like,
Yeah, I just switched to my phone because I had to go do something. What was that?
What do you think of 314?
Oh, I thought I already said. I like how he did something that people don't actually do for Gigan, being the Razor Discs. It's a nice match. Banner is really good. Monsters are used fairly well. Plus, I like how Gigan won. That does not happen much. It is good.
Yeah.
So.
That is all.
Yeah.
And JVR died a little on the
Also,
inside.
congratulations on being the first match that one Facebook person has not commented a request for.
I think they.
No, wasn't that our match actually? Because they didn't comment anything on the 313.
No, we had someone put up like Godzilla versus Orochi, GMK Godzilla versus Orochi.
That wasn't a request. That was that one like Russian dude advertising their channel where they steal things and are a hack fraud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, their channel is AIDS.
It is. It really is. But with that said, who? Oh,
Greyshot!
Hey!
Oh no!
Oh, Greyshot's here. Now he can talk.
All
I'm
right,
gonna mute up
Greyshot.
again.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go eat.
Lucky for you that we were just talking about 314. So we'll go from I guess sort of like 313 and 314. 313 first. What did you think of that?
Let me pull up the. I need to pull it up because I actually don't remember. Oh yeah. So yeah, Bagan versus King Ghidorah Legendary. Really, really good match. Great dynamic between the Priestess and Bagan. Very cool to see it tied to the Monsterverse, but I think that was the weakest part of the story. I think the very much the core aspect of the Bagan falling, quote unquote, and the turning, everyone turning against the Priestess and was done very well. King Ghidorah is a threatening foe in this, and it does make Bagan go on the back foot, which is also nice. And if this match didn't just help establish King Ghidorah Legendary is like one of the top tier monsters, then I don't know what will. But yeah, overall, great match by Nagoda and Matthew. So well done there. Also, good banner by Andrew. I do think King Ghidorah is probably the weakest part. Everything else looks fantastic.
Yeah. Which part's the weakest, Greyshot? Tell me! I could have improved on a couple of areas, but...
No, it's just, I don't know why. Just Ghidorah lit up like that looks just a little off. Maybe if it was, like, blurred a little or something. I don't know. Regardless, it just looks... It looks a little funky to me, but otherwise everything else looks good. I like the angle with Bagan. But, yeah, those are my thoughts on 314. Otherwise, or 313. For 314, this one was just a solid match by Gang. I terribly wasn't impressed by it, to be honest, compared to like 313.
To be honest,
but it's a solid 3-way, and the monster most people probably didn't suspect to win pulled out the win in a surprising fashion. So can't argue. My favorite part of this definitely has to be the banner, though. The banner just looks amazing. The monsters all look like...
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, the monsters all have a fantastic coloration to them. They all look like they belong in that fight. Like they all like with the smoke and how like they're color corrected, looks great. Definitely one of my favorite banners of the year. But yeah, no. Otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that one. I don't think there was any other matches that released, so I think I've caught up, right, guys?
Yes,
right.
You have caught you.
I didn't miss a colossal match or anything.
No, you didn't. We were actually pretty much just about to get to that.
The colossal fuck up yet?
Gosh darn it! So yeah, no, you came in at just the right time, just to hear all the songs of praise and glory. Anyway. Anyway, friggin'. All right, so, yeah, I think we have. Anyone else want to say anything about match 314? I did want to say, real quick, and again, I want to reiterate, one of my favorite bits of 314 was the fact that it was a true and tried three-way. Thank you. Anyway.
Kaiju X likes his three ways.
You bet.
Well,
We don't get them that often.
It could have used some more Jesus.
Gosh darn it.
Well, Alex. The people in Mechagodzilla died because they didn't believe hard enough.
That's true. That's true.
The Nebulans believe.
Oh,
go ahead.
So Gigan is the true biblical rep in the KWC.
That's a good point. The Nebulans believed in Nebula and Jesus harder.
I was about to say Nebulans believed in peace, and therefore they believe in Jesus by extension.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
They love Christ Roach.
Anyway,
Nebula and Jesus.
Wouldn't they be more so the people from, like, what's that war movie? The one with Andrew Garfield. It's like a
Spider-Man?
No. It had Vince Vaughn and let me pull it up. It was about World War II. It was about the pacifist guy that
Hacksaw Ridge.
That's it. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. Basically, that guy. It's basically the people that went into war, but the guy was like, "Listen, I'm not going to carry a gun," and he went up the Japanese and he saved 100 people. So if we can just translate that into a KWC, this should be an equivalent, right, guys?
Right. Anyway, but yeah, with that said, I think we could safely move and migrate over from match 314 to match 315. Godzilla Heisei vs. Colossal Titan, written by Tyler Treeshock and Andrew Sudomersky, with another banner from Andrew Sudomersky, whoever that may be. But I do, let's see. I want to say this is also, match 315 marks the start of a brand new Kaiju month, featuring the Attack on Titan Titans. And I think for the first time in the KWC's entire history, this is the first time where we've had 2 monster months in the span of a year.
Whoa.
So, it'll be really interesting to see what people think is going to be the better month by the time this is wrapped up.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
I can already say that's going to be a tough answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most people, it's going to be an easy answer, Gamera. Anyway, but we'll see.
It's fucking me.
But yeah, friggin', yeah.
Alex, you say that, but you've also said that literally.
And honestly.
Oh,
anyway, but yeah, we'll go for the top. Greyshot. What can you tell us about 315? What do you think of it? Blah blah blah. Let's ramble.
I think I'll actually go last on this one.
Okay, fair. You know what? Fair. GVR.
I think we should go last. Yeah, because I want to see what other people's thoughts are. Because I do have a few takeaways, which I'm kind of a little bit more shocked about some of the takeaways of this match than the other more obvious things. But yeah, that's why GVR, give us your thoughts.
Well, this match sucked because Godzilla lost. How dare you two? You're not true Godzilla fans. Were you just writing this to cause controversy?
I'm questioning your guys' opinions.
Yeah, I question you people's tastes. God, that was so stupid.
Oh,
for it.
Yeah, I loved this match. It was incredibly well written in just all aspects. The action was tense and brutal. The characterization was very well done. Kubal was not just a one-dimensional villain. He was a fully fleshed out character with believable motivations. And motivations that made you kind of root for him even when he was being evil. the morality of the human side of things was not just like black and white. It was very complex, and I quite enjoyed that. And yeah, the action was good. I did agree with some people of like Colossal Titan's steam just stopping Godzilla's beam cold was a bit much. I mean, I'd be fine with it like weakening it enough to be bearable, but just like stopping it cold, that's a bit odd to me. But I'll accept it. It was written well enough. And yeah, I enjoyed the way that the Attack on Titan sort of lore was woven into the Heisei Godzilla series. It was done in a way that made sense. Enjoyed the sort of like flashing back and forth between the fight itself and like the explanation of how they got there. And I loved the fight, but my favorite part was definitely just like everything to do with the ending, how tense it was. Jet Jaguar ripping Kupal's heart out. Yeah, I look forward. I assume this is going to have a continuation at some point.
It will.
Somewhere down the line. Okay, yeah. I greatly look forward to it. Great stuff, you two.
So, all right, Alex, or no, Joe. Joe's next in line. Joe, what did you think of 315?
Well, I loved it so much that I didn't read it.
All right.
It does sound really good though.
All right. So,
and the banner is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Like the banner looks glorious. Even if the volcano erupting effects do look a bit odd to me.
They are a little odd. That's like one of my personal takeaways. It's like I think I could have given more. I should have made the volcano darker, and then yeah, no, there are definitely elements of the volcano itself I should have adjusted more. But oh well. Like the composition I'm fine with. Like Colossal's head on one side, Godzilla's on the other, and then like there's the two in the middle fighting, demonstrating Colossal's crazy steam thing of like, okay, well how's this gonna, a little taste of what to expect. That's like, all right.
Colossal Titan in the banner where he's fighting Godzilla. He kind of reminds me of Spaghetti, though.
He has long limbs, so.
Well, he is made out of spaghetti.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the weirdest changes they made in the live-action movies. He was made out of spaghetti, and spaghetti sauce came out of his body instead of steam. That was really weird.
No, it's just a steam when you cook spaghetti and steam comes up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, normal guys, normal.
Totally normal. Anyway.
Yeah. And yeah, I love this match, even though I completely misinterpreted like the ending of the fight.
Yeah, that was funny. Because
I somehow while reading this, I somehow got into my head the idea that Godzilla had blasted Colossal Titan's head and nape off of his body, and then Kupal was just like inside of the nape, and then proceeded to remote control Colossal Titan's body to Falcon Punch Godzilla.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with me when I was reading this.
It happens, man. It happens.
So I was like, wow, I can't believe they would have Kupal be able to like control the Colossal Titan's body while not being attached to it. Like, no, they didn't, GVR. You're just stupid.
Your brain was being extra smooth that day.
I love the post I made where I was like, atomize the skull as in a sentence before that. I have an IQ of 4.
Well, that's higher than most people, so... Anyway. Yeah, let's see, yeah, Joe gave his thought. Alex, what'd you think of 315?
Okay, I really love the part when all three Titans are hanging out in a park at midnight. They see Jet Jaguar walking up to them, and Colossal Titan says, "Nice night for a walk, huh, buddy?" And Jet Jaguar just responds really robotically, going, "Nice night for a walk, sure." And it says, "I'm gonna need your clothes, your boots, and your pants." The Titans threatened to kill him, but Jet Jaguar just punches a hole through Colossal Titan's body and rips out his heart, and then steals his clothes.
Gosh darn it! Dick blasted.
And no, I'm not fully joking. Jet Jaguar literally rips out Cabal's heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, no. Obviously, it was leading to a Terminator reference, but yeah, there was.
That steals his clothes.
Yes, it was pretty close.
Someone should make an animation of that. Just recreate that part of
Yes.
Terminator, but just have all 4 of them there instead.
That was
Yes.
funny.
But no, I really love this match. I enjoyed all the character stuff. Actually made me like Kubal even more because of the past, or his past, and the lesson he got from his abusive father. Life's not always gonna give handouts to him. He's got to make something of himself, even though his dad's an asshole. Really good stuff. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like I said, I really loved all the flashbacks. Like, it's not going forward, it's going backwards.
So in your opinion, Kubal is the good guy in this story?
I don't know if I want to say necessarily he's good.
He's definitely the protagonist.
He's definitely more sympathetic. He's sympathetic.
Yes, that's what I pretty much meant to say with my thing of just like, he's not necessarily the good guy, but he's not like the bad guy either.
Okay, that is the thing I noticed the most, which was like the father's literally telling people like the father's whatnot is like when I wrote that, right, when I had that in mind, that was like a negative lesson. Like, life is only like, it's not him trying to be like, oh yes, life is reassuring and whatnot. It's like, you either be the person that throws the punch or you are going to get punched.
Yeah,
it's very much it's very much a, there is no like. I'm surprised how many people were like, oh yeah, like that took away from that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a positive like lesson. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
I think
it's good.
It's
good. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, but I understand how people are putting that into different ways, and I'm like, okay, it was just interesting from my perspective.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that like abusing your child is good. I'm just saying like Kubal was a complex character.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's good in terms like of a story, but it's bad in terms of, well, you know why it's bad.
Applying it to real life, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's the. I think that's what people like about it. That's like it's good in the sense that it's good for the character, not that abusing your child is a good thing to do. Because I think it's especially moving forward, I hope it becomes evident that Kubal is going to be something of a villain protagonist for what we have in mind with him.
Yeah, like he's clearly villainous, but like he's not just like one-dimensional. I'm evil.
Mm-hmm. Right? He has his he has his motivations that keep him grounded or doing the stuff he does. Even if the only real good person in this story is Goro Ibuki. Which I want to give a little hilarious behind-the-scenes fun fact. We called him Goro Maki because we legit forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait, this character's name's Goro Ibuki. Change it!
Yeah, that was a move.
What else? I think... Is Kubal's daughter someone that we know, or is it just like an OC?
OC.
Okay, cut.
Yeah, both the wife,
for some reason
and daughter are OCs. So
my mind went to Kaiju X's Attack on Titan document, which I'm sure he'll make public at some point. So I didn't want to mention the specific name. I was going to ask, oh, is it this character?
Right. Just
to do that little headcanon Kaiju X had.
Yeah, no, it's not connected to that. These are just totally OCs to like help support Kubal's story. So.
Gotcha.
Why'd Kubal name his daughter Titan?
It's her nickname. That said, I was half tempted to change it to Tyke at the last second, but I couldn't find the strength to do it. Not without Greyshot's permission, at least.
What else? Yeah, I thought this was really good. Like I said, I thought the fight was intense. The ending was intense. Again, love Jet Jaguar ripping out his heart. Yeah, really good stuff. Also, I know Greyshot said he wrote like the majority of it, but who wrote what exactly?
If I had to say, I wrote the beginning, I wrote the Arabian desert scene, I think I wrote up to, from the start, everything up to the initial conflict with Godzilla. The JSDF headquarters scene was Greyshot. Pretty much almost all the Mount Mahara fights, except for the last portion, I think was me.
Gotcha.
And I think, with the exception of the Arabian desert scene, the Arabian desert scene was modified by Greyshot some, but most of it is Greyshot. So yeah, a lot of the flashback scenes were Greyshot. A lot of the current day fighting Mount Mahara stuff was me. With the with the exceptions.
We did some editing like in between, but yeah, the Seradian agent scene, the Seradian part, as well as I'd say the first 2 or 3 chunks. The last bit where the ending with Colossal Titan fighting Godzilla was that bit was me.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the final punch, which, by the way, like, I will say that I always kind of like draw inspiration from like a situation. Does anyone want to guess where I got the inspiration of that scene?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say One Punch Man.
You killing your brother?
No.
Behind an Applebee's.
The bathroom of an Applebee's.
Hey.
Was it One Punch Man or Captain Falcon?
It was actually neither of those two.
Oh.
But you're actually kind of close. I'm gonna post it now. That way you guys can get the general like
Was it
shot.
All Might?
No, wait. It was that time we all played Among Us, and I murdered him in the hallway in front of Joe and Nagoda.
Oh, I did get it
Okay.
right. It was
Yeah,
All
Nagoda
Might.
got it. Nagoda got it. It was the all for one, like like when I thought of the Colossal Titan sequence, it literally was kind of like in that with Godzilla like missing quote unquote the direct target, and then using it was using the rest of the Colossal Titan body to like hammer down. So he decapitated down an arm to punch Godzilla in the face and decapitate him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that you point out the famous,
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
yeah, with the United States of Smash scene from My Hero, now all of it adds up. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's all come together.
Yeah, all the pieces click into place.
It's funny because I think the sequel is also going to have another My Hero reference, so it's like, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, if you guys want to trip, just listen. Just like I don't want to say I timed it, but like I tried to time it to the music when I was like reading it because that's how I got hyped. And yeah, like that. That was my main inspiration of that. Was like again, Kubo using what his father listened, aka strength, is what is superior, and that's literally what everything he throws at Godzilla is just pure strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is very little strategy in this match.
Which worked incredibly well for me because that's the way I prefer to write. Is like big dumb. It's like unless I have a legit strategy involved, I prefer big dumb punch to the face. Just no. So I think it just plays to that strength of mine, like when it comes to writing, because I love bouncing. Just again, I hit you, you hit me harder, kind of thing. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no precision, no strategy. Kaiju X just wants to see two monsters bash away at each other until one stops moving.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I'm all for it.
And that's basically through this fight, right? And I think what people like, if people were 100% right when they were like, "Oh, Godzilla should have won." It's like, yeah, Godzilla. I will say this: if Godzilla fought this like in a movie sense, right? Like there was no there was no build up of the story, and there was no all this backstory that we introduced with Goro. If it was just these two in a fight, I do believe Godzilla would win.
Yeah.
Most I'd say probably like 70, 80, 90%. But the thing is, yeah, the story did kind of lead the way for Goro, and you could probably tell. Yeah, sorry, Kubal. Yeah. So if again, it's like the Ganon and Zelda fight, right? It's like Ganon. If you actually put their stats together, like who would win in a fight most of the time? It's Ganon. But people don't play Legend of Zelda to watch Ganon win. They play Legend of Zelda for Link to win. And for Link to win, the underdog. Yeah. And that's exactly what this is. It's an underdog who takes the advantage.
Yeah. Story triumphs over fantasy match.
You know, going real quick on the banner, I love the banner, just the close-ups of Godzilla and Colossal Titan's faces. It reminds me of the Ultraman and Anguir's match, where it's like a Saturday morning cartoon, where it's just those two doing some hijinks.
Yeah, I could see that, like, again, just side by side, but yeah, freaking... Yeah, no, I had a very specific image in mind for this one. I was like, you know what? I wanted to have... and I found a really good... I think it was from the Godzilla versus Mothra, like, 92, like, some kind of cover, which had that nice, terrifying look for Godzilla was perfect. Because, in a way, like, a lot of what you see there in that banner for Godzilla is how I see him in this match. It's like, yeah, Kubal may not be the best guy, but neither is Godzilla in this instance, in a sense.
Yeah, like Kubal with the other human characters, it's like the argument about morality and all that. But Kubal versus Godzilla, it's very clear that you're supposed to be rooting for Kubal.
Mm-hmm. In a sense,
because even if Kubal's not a good person, Godzilla is the end of days incarnate.
Right. In this situation, especially in a Biollante, post-84 setting. Like, he has not been swayed to be a good guy yet. This is still the embodiment of destruction here. And I still very much want to convey Godzilla is not to be trifled with. Especially for the way he, like, his body's just destroyed in their first round. It's like, whoa! Yeah, no, that was great. That was a lot of fun. Because it was like, I definitely wanted to keep people on their toes of this one. It's like, how is he going to do it? And then freaking just like, Kubal being spit out of the nape and like rolling across the rocks. And it's like, ugh. No, that was fun. That was freaking fun. Whoa.
I'm surprised Mickey wasn't the one who ripped out Kubal's heart.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah. Something about just like the sort of man versus beast aspect of this match really appeals to me for some reason.
Well, it's also because another thing that enticed me to this match was because it involved the idea of man conquering Godzilla. Like, not just a creation built through man's intellect. It is literally a giant man fighting Godzilla. It was like, that felt incredibly potent and promising, which was definitely one of the big things that got me onto this match to begin with. So, because if I am remembering right, Tyler, I do not think I was your first pick for co-writer for this. Am I right or am I wrong? Or am I thinking of something else?
Greyshot's going to say,
no, I think you were.
Pick was me.
I was? Oh. I must be thinking of something else then. Never mind.
I think Ultra 7 versus Zone Fighter was the one that I asked for.
Yeah, no, I don't... Oh, I thought it was this... Never mind, my dementia brain's getting to me. Anyway.
No, yeah, it was definitely Ultra 7 versus Zone Fighter on this one.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Because I pretty sure that you I mentioned this, and then you got all excited, and then you were like, oh yeah, let's dive into this, and other things happened. Yeah. So yeah, I'm 90% sure you were my first choice.
Oh, okay. Oh, looks like I'll have to do some reality searching then. Alright, time to get the reality stone.
Damn.
Well, you also helped me with 275, and you were the biggest contributor on that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I was like,
I'm still surprised that didn't end in a train wreck.
Yeah, I know, I'm surprised too. It's like, how did that one stay together? How? What? It was like I even threw in random ideas like, like Nick telepathically connects with Muto or some crap. It was like, how does that work? And then Greyshot made it work.
We had Jesus.
Yes, we had Jesus for that match.
Well, and that's what I try to keep in line. Is like when my story with like what I write, like Andrew's great when it comes to his detail and when it comes to his fights. I usually just try to like just steer him in the direction, keep him narratively on track.
Yeah, right. Because I will pitch ridiculous ideas. Like he can vouch for that. I pitch the most ridiculous stuff. Like I actually, now that I mentioned that, I think I had originally wanted to be more. Yeah, you know what? I'll give a fun fact here. Fun fact live on the show. One of the things I wanted to be more explicit was Jet Jaguar's connection to the Jaeger. Because originally, now, and you could interpret it this way too, originally, the secret given to Shirogami, who develops Jaeger, was that basically humanity had possessed Jet Jaguar's size-changing ability. And that created the Titans.
Ooh.
So that was originally going to be a lot more explicit. But in a sense, that is why I do not mind and see Jet Jaguars being something of the parent to the Titans. So...
Yeah, because, there was the point where Goro basically says, like, Jet Jaguar knows how to change size. He knows all about size and all that, so,
right, so
he knows what he's doing.
Right. So you can insinuate it's still there. Yeah, I was originally going to be a lot more adamant about emphasizing it, but Greyshot was like, no, let's not. And I think that works for the better for it, because, again, the story is about Kubal, and the subsequent stories will be about Kubal, even if there are other stories that need to be, that are going to need some resolution. So. Yeah,
it was nothing about like, oh, how dare you it's like this idea. It's like, no, there are cool ideas, but I didn't think it works well with this story, right? Like this story was Kubal's story. Mm-hmm. Kubal's like Kubal, very much him being given awesome power, and basically the idea that like Goro looks at him and he sees, a good man, and then you have the doctor who looks at it, or the professor who looks at him and sees only a solution, and like both of them were kind of wrong. Uh-huh. Both of them were with their end goals.
Yeah.
But Nagoda, I don't think we've heard your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think so. So what'd you think of 315?
Really good. I like all like the various flashbacks and going into Kubal's past on why he's doing this, like why he has to do this. Plus, like near the end, you get to see like the actions of a desperate man, what someone put on the brink of desperation would go through, even if at the cost of everyone else.
Yeah, I have a question. So in general, did you guys think he had like a disease or something at the very beginning?
Yep.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, I thought that was what it was too, until like the end where it was revealed.
Okay, I was kind of curious if that had tricked some people in regards to like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, is this not that?
Yeah.
But no, I thought the point was that Kubal had like cancer. Unless I missed some big reveal that showed what it actually was.
His daughter had cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. It was all leading to like. I think the idea. This was another thing we had discussed a lot too. Was the nature of the twist to his motivation. It was like in this case, it was for the daughter, all for his little girl. But
okay, yeah, no, I just assumed like they both had it.
Right. Yeah, no, in this case, like, everything referring to the condition and a disease is pointing to the daughter. Everything about it's pointing to that. But we had hoped that the idea is that it wasn't an obvious from the get-go that was like, oh, maybe Kubal's doing it for himself. No, I think that's one of the sympathetic traits he has, is that he's at least doing it for someone else. And in this case, it's just his little girl.
Yeah, that's why I point out, like, it's not just clear-cut, this is the bad guy, this is the good guy. Because like what Kubal is going to do could very well go terribly, but he's all doing it for a good cause.
Right. Even if the extent of which he does it becomes questionable, especially by the end.
Yes. I do think he probably crosses the line when he's, grabbing people by the throat, lifting them into the air like Bane, and then ignoring when they say, "You will cause the end of humanity."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's going a bit far. Maybe.
By the way, I'm looking over like the end of the match again, and like right as it reaches the end, you see Colossal Titan's face, and it just fits in.
Oh yeah. Right. The winner icon for Colossal Titan is like, yeah, no, totally.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like when the turn hits, you're like, oh. Touche. But yeah. That twist with the daughter was like the main point, and as well as other things, were like intentionally placed there.
Mm-hmm.
But the main point of this storyline was also to showcase like the cause of all this, like what set this path up, and that was my favorite part. I guess going in my perspective, like there's, if you want to know, like, okay, so like what's the difference of like this timeline or this world or whatever, it's basically just that Erica survived.
Mm-hmm.
That her surviving is the culmination of all of this, and that was like kind of weaving that in was also kind of like, because that's like the second twist, because everyone remembers the professor, and you like see the roses and everything, and you're like, oh, he's coming, you're gonna use the Titan formula some way to like bring back his daughter. And then the reveal that Erica comes to visit him bringing the flowers, but with the scar on her face, makes note of, oh, he's not doing this to resurrect her, he's doing this to make sure she can't die.
Yeah. The search for Titans leads to the search for immortality in his case, but
yeah,
I guess much like
quick question.
I was about real quick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick. In a sense, it's almost like the oxygen destroyer. The vials are like the oxygen destroyer in this case. There is good they could do, but more time and research is needed before it could be used on people. That's the way I see it.
Damn.
But go ahead, Alex.
So, Greyshot, did Kaiju X try to make the main female character from Return of Godzilla Erica? Did he try to make that connection?
No. This was written months beforehand. This was well before I made that connection at all.
Yeah, I know that, but did Kaiju X try to do that at the last minute?
No,
not at all. This match was done months ago, months and months ago.
Right.
We just did like a final look over.
Even with the final look over, I think we had it prepared before we did the interrupt the movie for Return of Godzilla. So
I'm surprised because I thought Kaiju X would go, I need to make this connected.
Nah, I don't think it would have really served too much, as nice as that would have been. So.
Or I'm surprised he didn't make the Yamato Takaru connection.
Gosh darn it!
Kaiju X changed it so that instead of Return of Godzilla, it was the pecan version.
Gosh darn it!
But yeah, Greyshot, to give you some context on what we're talking about, the main female character for Return and Yamato Takaru is the same actress who played Erica in Biollante.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, really interesting. Heck, make Kaiju X really surprised.
Yep. No, I had to look that one up. I was like, are you guys right? They were right.
I realized I just got that connection. I guess it's like the generals, right? Like the general and the prime minister, basically. Like in the Heisei movies, there's like this one. I remember there was like a general or something that becomes the prime minister later on, or something.
Oh yeah. Commander. Oh yeah. Commander Eiso becomes Prime Minister Iragashi later, I do believe.
Yep.
Yeah, and that same actor is in a Vampire Doll.
Oh, no kidding.
So you could make the connection.
Okay, that's... Interesting.
But yeah, I guess just some final thoughts about the match itself. Yeah, so the double twist of the professor's daughter being alive, and then Kubal having a daughter. Again, it really shows that he was never lying to Kubal. He was doing this exactly for the same reason he was, which is for their daughters. Mm-hmm. The fight was good. The flashbacks were just again another way. I always like doing it, and it's just to break up the action, to never make it stay too long. The Godzilla, again, we have the hints with like the spiral atomic ray being used in this, which was a cool addition Kaiju X was able to use. The Jet Jaguar ripping out Kubal's heart is. I'm glad you guys all noted it, and maybe you'll see something come with that in the future. But otherwise, I think Kubal just doomed the world and turned into a Titan world. So we'll see how it goes from there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jet Jaguar is about to beat his ass, right?
He stole his clothes and his boots and his pants.
Yeah, Jet Jaguar is about to go 200 meters tall and just dunk on him.
I mean, the real question is though, is like in the year 1989, assuming that all the other past movies still occurred, so there's still Anguirus and all the other monsters. Colossal Titan just killed Godzilla, so technically that would make him the most powerful monster on the planet. And now, because of his explosion, there could be some ramifications because of that. So it doesn't seem like things are going to go well.
Yeah, but here's the thing: he hasn't accounted for Mickey yet.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
But here's the other thing: Mickey's not interested in Godzilla at this point. So,
well, remember Kaiju? She was always interested. Heck, she kept simping for him even though her parents died in the 84 attack.
Did her parents really die in the 84 attack?
So I've heard.
According to the Biollante manga.
I think it was the Biollante manga that mentioned that her parents died in the 84 attack. I believe.
Wow, they really screwed up her character. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Because if that information's actually accurate, then, yeah, Mickey became an even worse character.
Yeah, it's just a character that doesn't work unless you have like there are only a few ways I could see Mickey working in regards to like there are very few ways that if I were to write with Mickey, I would be changing a lot of things, that might be I have no comment.
Well, we already have a solution for a better Mickey. Her name is Asagi.
Yeah, Asagi Kusanagi, and she's connected to Gamera.
God.
That's how you do Mickey right. That is exactly how you do her right.
And it's actually more believable because Gamera's not an asshole.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Watch someone make a series with just Mickey, and then Asagi shows up and just dies. It's like, wow, you have your focus on the wrong place there, buddy.
Anyway, Godzilla vs. Gamera round 3, except it's Asagi versus Mickey.
Yes.
Ooh.
Anyway,
I don't know. I think I was able to write Mickey well in a match I did.
Fair enough. But yeah, free.
Nope, all lies.
Okay, Alex.
No. Godzilla vs. Gamera round 3, but Mickey is trying to kill Asagi. We're trying to defend Japan with Gamera.
Dig blasted.
And Mickey is basically like a Terminator, just killing random people who get in her way, who are trying to protect Asagi.
Yeah, using her telekinesis to blow their head, impale their head.
It could be like that head explosion scene from Scanners.
Yeah! Oh lordy. Anyway, but yeah, very good. Did we have anything else to say about 315, or well, did the rest of you guys have anything to say about 315?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm surprised no one made a comment about being continued from the other match.
Well, I know what it's referring to. I just didn't want to say because spoilers.
Yeah.
So, what was Colossal Titan eating calamari?
I didn't actually get the connection.
I
Am I
know.
stupid?
You
I
won't
know.
you won't notice the connection until like another match or so.
Oh, great, wonderful.
If you GVR,
I guess it's kind of hinted at. You kind of knew about the other. There is one line in the other match that does tie it to this one.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll say this.
Oh,
GVR.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Which is the I will say it because it's like kind of obvious. Which is
Red Giant.
yeah, they went to the year 1992 and they found a red giant, and they were like, "F that, we're going back, we're going further."
There we yeah. Okay.
It's like Marty in the DeLorean. He just gets back into driving again, just like I'm going back another 30 years.
Oh, right.
Yeah. this time zone's fucked.
Yeah. We'll be back for King Ghidorah in about. Let's see. We'll jump back to the 40s. Go ahead to the 70s, and then oh no, a parasite got us. Oh well.
So the way they were making Heisei Ghidorah, they were going to come back and fight Colossal.
Hey, that would have been neat.
Too bad Heisei Ghidorah is retired. Unretire him again.
Yeah.
The cycle continues.
Replace him with Grand.
Oh lordy, wouldn't that
Just
be-
say he became stronger.
As much as I don't give a shit about Grant, I'm gonna say no on that dog.
right?
Damn.
Hasey just started working out and becomes grand. I'm just kidding. Monsters in training. Anyway. But yeah.
Okay, we need Heisei Ghidorah to go into the hyperbolic time chamber and come out as Grand Ghidorah.
And then still lose. Oh,
Yeah, I don't really have like anything else to say about this one. Just very good stuff.
but yeah. Yeah, no.
I look forward to seeing where it goes from here.
Mhm. So, yeah, no, there is absolutely a continuation to the story. I think it's going to take a couple directions you may or may not expect. Nevertheless, I hope you guys look forward to it, as, you know, we'll bring everything in full circle eventually. So, we'll jump over to the last thing of the night. KWCE number 63. King Kong 62 and Goro from Ultra Q versus Rattler and Yellowback. Written by Ultimate Ditto. And I'll go first to say I really enjoyed this match. It was a surprisingly wholesome story of Kong and Goro, just dealing with sort of like the natural inhabitants, if you will. You know, in this case, being the little demons of the jungle of Ellen Island, which, to my understanding, is simply a place that is referenced in the original Ultra Q. I think it's the place where they send Goro after the events of Goro and Goro. But yeah, no, this is all around a surprisingly good and super wholesome story of two monkeys getting to know each other and then fighting snakes. I'd say it's done really well. I've felt for this character stories in this one, and really enjoyed their dynamic. And personally, I kind of want to hope for more Kong and Goro fun shenanigans. It's like I don't have like a crazy amount to add on, but I think this is all around really good KWCE. So I really enjoyed it. Great stuff. And yeah. No, great time. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, gonna loop around for the top. Greyshot, did you read KWCE number 63?
I did not, to be honest.
To be honest.
Which means you did read it. I'm just kidding. GVR, what do you think of it? Even though your comment is in the match.
Yeah, my thoughts pretty much echo yours. Just fun time. Enjoyed the friendship between Kong and Goro. The action was nice and solid. Yeah, just solid fun match.
Joe, what do you think of KWCE number 63?
Monkey.
Monk.
Interesting opinion.
Monkey.
Well said. Well spoken, Joe. Monkey.
Rip it.
Alex, what'd you think of it?
I didn't read it, but I have 2 comments.
All right.
What the hell is a Rattler and a Yellowback? Where are they from?
They are from the Random House books published in the 90s. So they are original creatures from the Random House books. They are literally, as seen and described, they are literally a giant rattlesnake and a giant coral snake.
OC, don't steal.
So why aren't they in the KWC?
Oh, lordy. But yeah, forget it.
Also,
Take that, Obama.
Also, I could see why Ditto wrote this because it has 2 of his favorite things: tall and hairy.
Dig blast it. Tall and dig blast it. Oh, Lord.
And that's about it.
All right. Nagoda, what'd you think about KWCE number 63?
I didn't even realize there was one that came out this month or last month.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Nobody reads these things. Nobody.
Y'all better read the next one that comes out.
Yeah.
It's like, we should get rid of the KWCE.
I'll get rid of you.
You kidding me?
Get rid of the KWCE and replace it with the Dai War Chronicles.
Hey.
GBR, you don't have the testicles to do it.
But yeah, I guess with that said, I think this does conclude. Yeah, no, this does very much conclude the or at least the regular session stuff. My gosh, I guess there are other things we can get into, but at the same time,
So how about that season 4 premiere of Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? That let's for I know GVR probably doesn't care because I know he's seen stuff. He has seen things.
Yeah, so get out.
But for let's try to keep it spoiler free. Greyshot, have you seen the first episode of the new season?
I have not. I wish my brother was here to discuss it. I'm kind of waiting for the English dub to hit. Yeah, I actually like the dub for Attack on Titan. Everyone's
same here.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just waiting for the dub, which should probably come out in like a week or two. So I'm just holding up. I did hear though the CG that because I'm not sure if you guys know about what happened in the background, but the secondary studio that usually helped with Attack on Titan took over the reins for this season,
right?
And apparently, due to that, the Titans are CG,
right? Yeah, the CG. Yeah, no. All things considered, the CG's not bad. It's very strong. It's still, obviously, if you have the keen eye, you'll know it's CG. But I think to the casual goer, it's not going to be as obvious. Some of the CG could be a little distracting. I think the regular Titans in CG were a little distracting. But when the Shifter Titans were depicted in all CG, I think they looked a lot better. So... but that said, I am a little disappointed because the trailer looked glorious. It was great. It
seemed like a proof of concept.
Right. Trailer was a lot more of a proof of concept, which is a bit disappointing to me because the trailer looked stellar. But as far as the final version goes, it's bearable. I think it's fine, and for CG implementing the 2D stuff, it's kind of impressive. But at the same time, it's still not perfect, but it's still very solid and a lot better than some other CG, either pure CG anime or whatever. So
yeah.
So there is that. So it's definitely a change in style when compared to the past seasons, which could be a little jarring. But I think on its own grounds, I think the CG is actually quite good.
Okay, as long as the season quality wise, and narrative wise, still looking good.
Yeah, which, to my understanding, from every manga reader that's spoken about it, it gets better from here. How? I don't know, but apparently it gets better.
That third season though was like,
that third season was freaking nuts. It was like, how do you top that? And I'm curious, very curious.
The first season was like chugging a few beers. It's like, oh yeah, this is a fun time. The second season was like a fine wine, and then third season was like, okay, we're getting some shots of liquor. Like, here's some heavy shots. We're going all in. So I can't imagine topping that. And if you do, dear God, I don't think people are going to live.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I am very curious to see what the story does to top itself, and hopefully, and again, I'm trusting the fact that a bunch of people are saying that this final stretch is going to be amazing, and I am trusting people on that. If it turns out for worse, I will never trust people again. But yeah, I know. I am looking forward to it.
Holy shit! What a shocking opener! I can't believe Peanut killed all the main characters.
Dig blasted. Oh lordy!
But yeah, non-spoilers. I thought it was a really good opening, basically showing us how characters are getting it done. Mm-hmm. It just screams badass.
Mm-hmm. It surprisingly very organically conveys the nature of the world without going into too much heavy exposition. Like, you get a really good gist of what's going down, especially, after coming off of the previous season. It's like, oh, okay. Like, pretty much all the information you need is given, and it's also told with a very different perspective, which is hella refreshing. So yeah, no, really curious to see where things go from here. Really curious. Anyone else see Premiere? I guess just Nagoda, but he's been reading the manga, so.
Your mom.
What are we talking about?
Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 1.
Yeah. I know things that are gonna happen that I know that aren't gonna be allowed later on.
We'll see.
For a fact, they aren't gonna be allowed.
We'll see, because I did hear a really interesting. Earlier, there was a really interesting theory that Bacon had mentioned. So, if we're not going to say what it is now for spoiler's sake, but if things do pan out that way, it'll be really interesting.
I should clarify, it doesn't actually spoil anything. We just don't want to get anyone excited.
There's that too. We don't want to get anyone excited at the possibility. We'll just have to see from there.
And Greyshot will tell you about it when we turn it off.
Yeah. He's currently taking his little pup out, so.
All right.
Damn.
But yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, no. I think all around... Yeah, I think there was Attack on Titan, another Godzilla vs. Kong banner.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, there was like the 2 seconds of footage.
Yeah, that apparently people are making 20-minute video responses about.
Oh, guys! You could see that you could see that Kong has a cock ring.
You can also see in the 2005 film that Kong indeed has a dick.
It's like they're really trying their hardest to make no one excited for this.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
God, it's like I'm more excited for Attack on Titan and Singular Point than this.
Yes. No, fully agreed with you on that. Somehow the big cinematic event is less exciting than the big anime events.
I'll be excited when they release a trailer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
They're going to release the trailer after the movie.
Yeah! Good grief. That is funny. Releasing the movie after the movie.
Oh my god, it might be like Mortal Kombat, where they don't release a trailer till a few weeks.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, they'll say that they're gonna release some news about the movie, but then not do it.
That's true.
Is it Adam Wingard doing this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll post on Twitter that he's got some juicy news about Kong versus Godzilla. Then he'll say, "Oh no, Oxygen Destroyer, no news."
Kong versus Godzilla. That's a movie.
It is.
I
heard
got-
it's made
I
in the
heard
60s.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh fuck!
Oh gosh, big blasted. I heard of this movie in the 60s. It was a pretty big hit in Japan at the time.
Do you guys think Kong Legendary's gonna get drunk off of berry juice?
I don't know how you heard that one, but okay.
Because I heard the director say that there's gonna be tons of references to the original.
Oh.
Apparently,
Ooh.
so that's why I'm
Well,
asking.
again, we were also promised Akira Takara in 2014. Apparently, that's been lost forever. So, take that as you will. I don't want to sound like a bummer, but I am just trying to be
Yeah,
like, I don't doubt that he's filmed scenes that have those references or whatever, but there's no guarantee it'll make it into the final cut.
Is the character gonna get attacked by a giant lizard?
We'll see. If that lizard's not named Godzilla, that is. Anyway.
Is there a business
well,
named Taco, and they make a cringe joke about him being named after a taco?
Big blast.
no, they'll try to make a sex
So.
joke out of it. A taco like a vagina.
Are Godzilla and Kong gonna be transported to the Hollow Earth by balloons?
That'd be the best. Transport by balloons. What the heck? Is a native mother gonna get attacked in her hut by a skull crawler? That's a mutation of an octopus, and Kong has to save her. Oh lordy.
Is Millie Bobby Brown gonna hang off a string and her dad's gonna say, "Don't do that. You're not Tarzan."
Anyway. Shoot. Well, I think on that front...
Are there going to be people in the newsroom reporting throughout the whole movie?
Yeah.
Like Eric
Are there
Carter?
gonna be?
Is there going to be a scientist using a children's book as a reference?
That would be funny. That would be
Are there gonna be people in blackface?
Oh lordy. In this day and
Are there going to
age-
be fire monsters?
So
Is a monster going to break out of the ice?
we had that in the last movie.
Will the first monster be
It's a
called
sum-
Angerous Miller the Living?
Is a submarine gonna piss in the ocean?
Oh, good grief. But
Is a monkey going to get drunk?
Monkey.
Anyway, I think we'll cut off the
Is there
podcast.
going to be a brief scene of stop motion?
And with that said,
Is there going to be other thing from King Kong versus Godzilla?
Is Kong gonna shove a tree up Godzilla's ass?
are there going to be two alternate endings? One where Kong wins and the other where Godzilla wins? Anyway, with that said, this has been this month's KWCC, and we will see you guys next time for the next... You know what? That's right, this is going to be the last KWCC for the year, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone!
What did he say? He cut out.
Gosh darn... Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Because it's the
I
last...
think he said, "Fuck you guys."
Gosh darn it. Because I said it was the last KWCC of the year. The last KWCC of the year. The last KWCC.
We heard you. We heard all of you said.
Big blasted. So yeah, with that said, we will...
Goodbye, fuckos.
Anyway, yeah. See you guys next year, and hopefully by then we'll have the whole Titan month wrapped up, and we'll see the beginnings of the survey by then. So, see you guys later.
There's gonna be a lot of things.
Don't ever fucking watch our show again.
Big bless.